got 20 minutes to make this video, so here we go. Okay, blah blah blah, hi, welcome back to my channel, blah 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 blah. I just need you guys' help to help me figure this out because I can't figure it out yet. So to start, let me just start with the basics. There were so many coincidences, and synchronicities that happened to me last night, and they're all adding up right now, and I think I need to let you guys in on them before I tell you the dream that I had, okay? The first synchronicity was, I got this dream catcher, right? I got it with my mom yesterday. During the day, I was just like,
oh wow, that's super dope, let me get it. I'm gonna put it over my bed and maybe it will manipulate my dreams.
Let me tell you, my dream last night, I don't know if it was this or what it was, but oh my gosh. First, kind of off thing. So I don't know if it's a dream catcher, but let's note it. That's noted, okay?
Second thing, so a few months back I had my first lucid dream, right? My first lucid dream was where I was being chased by this type of demon thing, and it was trying to drag me down to hell. And when I was down in like purgatory or something like that, there were like sad souls, and I talked to this demon and I was like, why am I going down if it's my time to die? And then the demon was just like, that's the purpose, like you're supposed to come down to hell. And I was like, hell no. And so I rose, I took control lucidly over my dream and rose to heaven, right? In brief, that was my first lucid dream that happened 2 months ago.
Second synchronicity, I am in an English class in college, and my professor just gave out our essay assignment like 2 nights ago, and it was to write about a moment or something that happened that changed your life dramatically. And coincidentally, 2 days ago, the topic I chose to write about was that dream I had 2 months ago, my first lucid dream. Okay, I think that's a good enough background information to start jumping into the dream. Sorry, one more thing. Also, yesterday I got this new dream journal, and I was super stoked about it. Also, wow, before I went to bed, I hung that over my bed and I looked at it, and I said to myself, mentally,
all right, let's see where this takes me. Let's see if this does anything.
So that was noted in my mind. Anyways, starting the dream. So I go to sleep and lights off. You know, I always sleep with my mala just as like protection, but I mean, last night there was not a lot of protecting going on. I wrote this at 2:30 in the morning because that's when I woke up from this dream absolutely shook. Let me show you. Last night at 2:30 in the morning, I wrote 5 pages of this dream in this journal.
To start the dream off, I'm downtown and I was going out with a group of friends, and I knew a shortcut. So they were all in a group, they were walking. It was like there was a wall here, and there was the pathway here where we were trying to get, and they were on the other side of the wall. And we were walking, and I was like, hey guys, I'm about to just take this shortcut. And they're like, all right, we're just gonna walk, I'll see you around the other side. And so they're walking around the other side of the wall, and while I'm walking on this side, so I just jump over the fence, I just jump. So I'm over the wall and I'm walking towards them to meet them, you know, where they loop around, right?
As I'm walking straight like this, and there's people passing by, and this one man I make eye contact with. He was a tall white male with long hair, and he had a hat on backwards, and he was carrying his bike. So I see him and I make eye contact. We lock eyes, and as soon as we locked eyes, I felt like I was like synced into him, like he had trapped me into him in a way where it put so much fear into me, and his eyes were like blood, like shot red with brown spots and all of this stuff. I'm in my dream walking, and I lock eyes with this homeless man, and his eyes look exactly like that, and I get entrapped into them. And then all of a sudden I just get this big rush of fear over my body, and he starts coming after me, like chasing after me. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. So I start walking, running so fast, and trying to get away from this guy because I felt like whatever it was a presence. It was like a demonic type presence trying to take control over me.
So I'm out of there. I'm mobbing, and then all of a sudden I started to fly. I started to soar, and right before he got to me, I was high enough to where he couldn't like grab onto me or pull me down. And so I am flying in the sky downtown Denver, and I look for my apartment building, and I finally see it, and so I'm just moving, and it felt like this whole journey was like hours, but I bet it was only like 5 minutes. And so I'm soaring, and I find my apartment buildings, but it wasn't like I was flying. It was more of like a levitate, because I couldn't control the direction in which I was flying to the point where I could precisely land in one spot. So I'm trying to get to the front door, get my keys out, get inside, and get in safe, right?
I finally, you know, tried to levitate down to the ground, and I'm shaky trying to get in the front door. And I am so scared, so scared, because this whole time, even though I wasn't looking back behind me, I could feel this presence coming closer and closer and closer. And so I finally levitate down to the front doors, and I grab the door to open it, and I look to my left, and there's this fat, overweight woman, older woman, and me and her lock eyes, and she has the same exact eyes staring at me as that man did. And I noticed that, like, I put it together, it was almost instant, that this man, or whatever was in this man, is now in this woman. And I was caught because I was too close to her to run away, and so my fear woke me up. Okay, so that was the dream, and this is not only the craziest part. So that dream was so similar to the dream I had 2 months ago, right? That I had been writing in my class and all of this stuff, right? So I'm woke up, I'm in my bed, like
here, like shaking like this,
and I'm like, oh my gosh. I was too scared to open my eyes because I knew I was awake, but I still wasn't 100% sure. So I'm laying on my back, and I can just feel my heartbeat going like this. I could just feel my heart like beating out of my chest, like boom, boom, boom. And I was like,
wow, I really just had that same dream again.
it wasn't the same people, but it was the same concept, where this demonic presence or this virus was well, now I think of it as a virus, was chasing after me and trying to get me.
I'm laying on my back in my bed, piecing together all these coincidences, like, my essay and the dream catcher.
And then all of a sudden, I hear the loudest bang on this wall behind you guys.
And so I was shook, because I was already shook before waking up from that dream. And meanwhile, this whole time I was piecing all this stuff together, I was like, fear. I was just reading about fear, and I was like, with this whole simulation stuff, fear is what the higher people feed off of. And in a spirituality sense, it's like fear is just negative energy trying to take over you. And so I was sitting in my bed, and I was literally with my eyes closed like this, trying to breathe, like, to control my fear, because I was like, they can't feed off of me, that this negative energy can't get to me. That's exactly what they want. And so I'm trying to control my fear, and I hear this loud boom, and I'm like, okay. I'm just laying there, heartbeat still beating out my chest, and I was like trying to listen to see if my roommate had done something, and I'm like, let me go see if she heard that. But I'm like, she sleeps with earplugs. So I was that psyched me out, and I was like,
oh my gosh, I'm by myself, this thing is coming after me.
And then at the same time, I was in the back of my mind like,
I can't let this negative energy get to me. I can't let this virus affect me. It's feeding off of me. I need to stay calm.
I finally got to the point where I was able to just control myself and breathe.
And I was sweating. I was hot. So I was like, I need to get out of this.
And so I leaned over and I stood up, and I was fine, and I was just breathing. And I'm just thinking, like,
what in the world just happened? Like, what just happened?
By the time I sat up, I was able to collect my thoughts, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta make a video on this. Like, y'all gotta help me figure this out, because I don't know what was going on.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna insert a few clips I made last night while this was at 2:30 in the morning, and I was like, I gotta record some clips, and I kind of, if you can't tell that I'm super shook.
So it's 2:30 in the morning right now. I'm trying not to let the fear get to me, because in any sense that you look at it, that's exactly what it wants to happen. Spiritually, the negative energy is trying to consume me, and that's what's generating this fear. The virus is feeding off of my fear, so as long as I don't let my fear consume me, I stay stronger than it. So fast forward to like 5 minutes ago. So I just woke up, and I go to the bathroom, and the picture in the bathroom has fallen.
I noticed that I had a kind of sense of relief, because I was thinking like maybe this entity or whatever was banging on my wall and trying to get more fear out of me. But in a sense, it's kind of the same thing, because what a coincidence that as soon as I wake up shook from my dream, this loud picture falls.
That's the end of this video. I would really appreciate if you guys commented in the description, just like paragraphs or like comments, or like this if you have input, and tell me, do you think this was just a
synchronicity, a coincidence that just happened to happen, and I'm just tripping?
Or if you think something else is going on. And if you do, enlighten me, please, and let's work through this together, because I'm not trying to lay my head back down on this pillow and have the same stuff happen to me tonight.
Please like and comment and let me know what you guys think about this video. You guys have been so supportive of me, and I really want you guys to work through this journey with me together. So yeah, love you. I told my dad to get me a skateboard, and this is what he got me. So, I mean, baby steps. I'm gonna get a skateboard very soon, and we're gonna be making big moves.
So I'm a little early to class, so why not have some fun and, you know, practice a little bit. Good morning.
Hey, I've been, whoa. Open up blinds and see hope. Things I've been dreaming been dope. Even though while my pockets are broke. Got myself down and so I don't be low.
I think it's going very good. I think that's it for today. I think there's enough practice for right now. Guys, this is my friend Sharae. I'm making a video for my YouTube, and I'm learning how to skateboard and longboard. But this is, I want to learn how to skateboard, but my dad got me a longboard instead of a skateboard, so I mean, why not give it a try? Let me know what you think, okay?
It's good. It's better than what I would do.
Bye. You too.